Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and Jake family? Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yes.
It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back with
another reaction video.
All right, y'all, we back once again in the building.
Yes.
Appreciate everybody that tuned in to us.
Yes, we really do.
Definitely appreciate that. We got some fan, man, y'all. Y'all go check out the video that we just did, man. Thank you to Phoenix/AZ. You feel me? For all the love,
Yes.
That you sent over. So we definitely appreciate that.
We really
man.
appreciate it.
Facts. So I know y'all been hearing about the. Well, I don't know if y'all heard about it, but we reacted to a Dave Chappelle yesterday. A little stand-up monologue, right, on the SNL. He talking about what's going on, which is the Kanye, and the Kanye. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he getting some backlash on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He getting a little backlash on it. Why? Let me tell y'all why. Because the world is sensitive. That's why. Can't say nothing nowadays.
Not a thing.
You know what I mean? But what's funny to me is that when you talking about, I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, let them know who we're gonna react to today, baby.
We're reacting to the controversy growing over the Dave Chappelle's SNL monologue on CNN.
So let's see what this big old backlash is all about. Because based off what we seen,
It was comedy.
it was comedy. I don't see nothing wrong with what he said nor did.
But that's a comedian's job to talk about uncomfortable situations
Right.
and make it funny.
to make it funny.
And just make a light
Right.
out of a bad situation and all. You know, hard
Right.
times.
Right.
That's their job to make it funny for us.
Right.
But I see a joke. Life is starting to get boring and
Very boring. Very boring.
and just too serious.
Right.
Like, I love to laugh and I love to have fun, and just doing these reactions it makes you look at life differently. I'm normally a free spirit and a happy person, but just how the world is now, I don't want it to change me, but it's just not enjoyable how it should be, because you can't approach people really anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm ready.
Nah, go ahead.
No, it's annoying.
Right.
It's just annoying. You can't say anything nowadays without people getting offended.
Yeah. Very sensitive people, man. Very
Yeah.
sensitive people. To where they ain't gonna have no comedians no more, before you, or they will, but it will be boring topics. You know what I mean? So.
And then as children growing up, we were taught sticks and stones may break our bones, but words would never hurt you. I mean, words are powerful.
Yeah.
They're very powerful. But when you take everything so sensitively and so seriously, like, it changes everything. And it's not just a few people in the world. It's like majority of the world is super sensitive.
Super sensitive. So let's see what the world is sensitive about with this one. So we'll dive right into it. Let's get it.
Comedian Dave Chappelle talking about Kanye, or Ye's, anti-Semitic comments and about NBA star Kyrie Irving's actions.
Yeah, he used his guest monologue on Saturday Night Live to give his take on all the social media blowback, but ended up getting some backlash of his own. Here's a sample of what he said.
Early in my career, I learned that there are two words in the English language that you should never say together in sequence. And those words are the and juice. I've never heard someone do good after they said that. I've been honest, this was just what I saw. It's a lot of juice. But that didn't mean anything. You know what I mean? There's a lot of black people in Ferguson, Missouri. That mean I know the Jewish people have been through terrible things all over the world, but you can't blame that on black Americans. You just can't.
Tutti Gold is a...
Now, if you guys have not seen the skit, but based off of that, what you just seen, Let us know what your thoughts are about that. Do you think that Dave Chappelle deserves the backlash that he's getting for those comments that he made? Or do y'all think this kind of outrageous? It's dumb. It just don't make no sense. Leave a comment down below and let us know. Go ahead, baby.
No, go ahead.
You got something to say?
I did.
Go ahead.
As comedians have always talked about racially charged things in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you hear the black comedians say things about white people, and, you know, a white comedian will say something about black people, and it's all funny. It's super, super funny. But as soon as, like Dave Chappelle said, the Jews are mentioned, you get backlash for it. This is comedy. This has been going on for decades, for
Right.
years. It's supposed to make you laugh and think about things and make light of it and not take it so seriously. But the world is so focused on all the unimportant things, and it's so many more important things to worry about. Like, we got kids, a whole generation that's coming up. Like, they're being taught and misled the wrong way, and people are tripping off of a comedy skit, a comedy monologue. Like, it's weird to me. I don't understand the backlash, really.
Very weird. And that's why comedy, to me, is not the same like it used to be. Like the Sanford and Son, Red Fox, I should say. Even Bill Burr, don't say the same content and stuff that he probably used to say.
Right. They have to be very careful with what they say
Right.
now.
But
It's making comedy boring.
right.
Been through terrible things all over the world, but you can't blame that on black Americans. You just can't.
Judy Gold is a comedian and friend of Dave Chappelle. She's also the author of Yes, I Can Say That. When they come for the comedians, we are all in trouble. And she is here with us. Judy, good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So you saw the monologue. That was probably half of the 15-minute monologue.
Right.
What did you think?
I laughed at a lot of the stuff. I know Dave. I love Dave. And some of it made me feel uncomfortable. I feel one way as a comedian. I feel another way as a Jew. And it's a tough time for us. And I think the last thing you showed was when he said you can't blame a black person for the Holocaust. Yeah. And it didn't get a response because no one ever has blamed black people for the Holocaust. So I think there's comparing atrocities is not a good, I don't think it's a helpful dialogue to have, but everyone is talking about this now. And Jews are in a really scary place. And you think about Kanye, and you think about, or Ye, and you think about Kyrie, and you think about their reach. They have more followers than there are Jews in the world. We are 2% of the population of the United States, and we're 0.2% of the population in the entire world. So when you are sending a link about a movie that denies the Holocaust, it's not really a careful or thought out thing to do.
So I was wondering what exactly that he did. So he sent a link showing a movie that denies that the Holocaust happens. Then I'm guessing.
I have no idea.
Okay, so I can see why the Jews would feel some type of way about that.
Right.
Because now you're trying that's like trying to say deny slavery.
Right.
As far as on blacks. Feel me? So they have all the right in the world to be feeling some type of way about that.
Yeah.
If that's what happened. You feel
Exactly.
me? They have all the right in the world to feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a careful or thought out thing to do, especially when there's so few of us. And, I would never send I don't have that many followers, but maybe after today, but, I would never ever send a link that denying that slavery ever happened.
Well, that's
you know?
the point. That I feel like, Judy, that's the distinction that Dave Chappelle, who is so charismatic. I mean, I will
yes.
watch him read the telephone book. He's so charismatic. He has such a winning, I think, delivery at all times. However, he is being a little disingenuous there because nobody is blaming Black Americans for the Holocaust, but they are blaming Black athletes and Black artists for perpetuating anti-Semitic tropes. That's what they were blaming them for. So he fudged that a little bit.
So yes, that didn't make sense to me. And people go to Dave to get his perspective, and that's his perspective. And as a comedian, I believe he can say whatever he wants. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to laugh at it.
You think he can say anything he wants? I mean, isn't there a line?
There is a line, but you decide. The audience decides. You know, George Carlin famously said, it's the comedian's job to cross the line, find it, cross it, and make the audience glad that you did. And you think about other comedians who've been jailed. Lenny Bruce, a Jew who was jailed, and they got him on cursing, but it was really that he was talking about segregation and the Vietnam War and things the government didn't truths. You know, you speak truth to power. That's the greatest comedy of all. You know, and I think it has to be based in the truth. But this is...
I think that's what made George Carlin such a great comedian.
Right.
Because he spoke the truth, whether it was about religion, war, you know, race, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? He spoke the truth. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Truths, you know... You speak truth to power. That's the greatest comedy of all, you know, and I think it has to be based in the truth. But this is Dave's perspective, and people look up to him, and he really is a really nice guy. I don't, you know, some of the stuff did make me feel uncomfortable.
We were talking during the break about the tweet from Jonathan Greenblatt, the head of the Anti-Defamation League, where he tweeted, I'll read just a line here, why are Jewish sensitivities denied or diminished at almost every turn? We talk a lot about these issues, as we should.
Right.
But do you see that Jewish sensitivities are denied or diminished at every turn?
I don't think at every turn. I think he's being specific about comedy and laughing at something that is not really based in reality or the truth. So, yeah, I hear people always, oh, yeah, I saw the movie. Oh, yeah, oh, she had to give her kid away. It was sad. But then there's so many people. I mean, the Holocaust ended 17 years before I was born. That's not a long time ago. And yet people know nothing. It's not taught in schools. And we see what happens when things are not taught in schools.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I wish that someone had taught me that when I was growing up, you know? It's about basing all your comedy in truth and doing your due diligence and realizing, you know, Dave, he's funny, he's a great guy, but he's got a lot of ears, and, you know.
But did he miss the mark here?
I think he missed it a little bit at the end, you know, but I laughed at a lot of it, you know?
Yeah, I understand. It can be both those things.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for coming in. Great to
Oh
get
my
your
God, thank
perspective.
you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so it wasn't necessarily the whole monologue that he had the backlash for. It was a part of that, I guess, that he was saying that what happened with the Jews, or to the Jews rather, you can't blame the blacks for that. So I guess that's where
the backlash
comes from. So I feel like my true opinion is if you go to tell something, you have to tell it how it is, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So did he put a misleading message out there? Absolutely did. You know what I'm saying? If he was saying it in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? As far as you can't blame the blacks for, you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So, you know, but I don't think he meant like really nothing by it though. Like
nothing hateful.
Right, no true disrespect behind that though. I just think it was just like You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing he was doing, the comedy thing he was doing, just trying to bring
light to
darkness.
and
You know what I'm saying? Too much dark, you know? But how you feel?
I feel comedy is comedy. And anyone who loves comedy knows comedy. And it shouldn't even if it was misleading, it shouldn't the topic shouldn't is not I don't think it should have went this far, because comedians say things that are misleading sometimes, and just bold. And
so do you think that comedians can say or talk about almost any subject besides a Jew subject?
Like there is a line that that you have to draw the line somewhere in comedy. You do. I mean, when you know something is hateful, like, you just don't really speak on that too much. Like, if it's sincerely spreading hate, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, some comedians get carried away, but it is all in comedy.
Yeah.
And that's what the purpose is for, but some people just don't take it lightly. You know what I'm saying? People take it really deep and serious, because I remember, I forgot his name, comedian from he was on a show on Seinfeld. I forgot his name, but he had a rant at the Laugh Factory, and he started using the N-word, and he lost a lot of deals. I think he was even kicked off of Seinfeld. I forgot the comedian's name.
Right.
Dang, I forgot his name.
Y'all comment down below if y'all know what she's talking about.
He had a rant. Yeah.
Name.
He went off and he used the N-word at a comedy thing.
Y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Y'all think comedians should be able to, like she said, say what you want to say. Of course, there's a line to be drawn, because you don't want to disrespect nobody. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost. And you don't want to talk about nobody's pain that they may have went through or something like that. You know? So, but as far as outside of that, do you think that comedians should be able to say what they want to say? You know, comment down below, let us know what y'all think about it.
I mean, they've been doing it for years, and it's like, now that we're in a sensitive time, everything is taken like extra hard, because the world is crazy, and I do understand. People will listen to someone say something that they've been wanting to say, and it just sparks something in them to make them act out in a way that they shouldn't. Some people take things and run with it and take it too far with it. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, you have to be careful with what you say.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Right.
It's not like how it was when we were growing up.
Right. When we were growing up, you could say what you wanted to say, really.
Yeah, darn near. Yeah.
But, all right, well, let's jump through some
I don't know how to
shout-outs.
feel about this. I really don't. Because I'm like straddling the fence with it, I guess.
Right. I'm doing the same.
I don't know, y'all. I don't even know. I don't even have the answers anymore. First shout out goes to Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
What's going on, Jeff, man? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what your thoughts are about that. What you think about it? How you feel about it?
Right.
Let us know. Comment down below.
I don't know how to feel.
Let's open up a conversation.
Yeah. Second shout out goes to Yankee the Rebel. What's up, Yankee the Rebel?
Yankee the Rebel. What's going on with you, man? Shout out to you.
Yes.
Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what you thought about it. Do you think that he should got some backlash for that? Or do you think they should just leave him alone and let him just be who he is? In this free world that we stay in, or live in, rather. Let us know. But anyway, we out this thing.
I don't know. We out this thing.
All right, we out this thing, y'all. We love y'all, man.
Yes, we do. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I can't kiss you guys, really.
Y'all will get sick. Y'all, and then I don't know why you say to try to kiss her in front of me anyway.
So crazy.
Like, I'm not sitting right here.
Oh my goodness, you're crazy.
Feel me? Man, so disrespectful. But anyway, y'all, we go, man.
Yes. Peace. Mwah.